Welcome to the Behavioral Insights Academy, where we take short, deep dives into the captivating world of behavioral science-based market research. So in this month's short video, we're going to uncover 5 different behavioral forces that you can use to increase consumer empathy inside of your organization. So lately, more and more brand teams have come to us with the same old story. We have lost human empathy. So in our rush to get faster, cheaper, agile insights, we've over-surveyed our customers to a point where they're nothing more than just data points and a few quotes on a PowerPoint deck. So if you feel that your organization has lost deep psychological empathy with your consumer or your customer or your human, we're going to be having a great conversation about that in this video. So simply put, psychological empathy is about understanding customers' underlying needs and their feelings across their entire lives, not just the part of their lives where they buy your product. So it goes beyond merely understanding how they make your purchase decisions. Empathy takes a much broader perspective to have you consider all facets of their lives. So imagine stepping into their shoes, feeling what they feel, and recognizing that they are real people with broader lives and jobs and feelings and passions and pains. And by feeling with these things, you can connect with them at a deep human level to build products and services that will help them reach their goals with you by their side. Novel idea, right? So, to truly build psychological empathy, we must delve into 5 behavioral forces that you should be exploring deeply in your insights agenda and future ethnographic studies. So let's explore each of those right now. So the first factor that we should all explore is what I call personal factors. You would know this as demographics. So demographics, or these personal factors, are actually very valuable if you're going to create deep insights into your customers. Listen, these may not be very sexy, but they're actually providing great insight into why people do what they do. For example, a recent project that we did, we actually explored family dynamics long before we even talked about the category. And we found out that parents will sacrifice quite a bit for their children before they'll ever take a product on themselves or buy something for themselves. So this stuff really matters if you're going to understand why they don't buy your product. It has nothing maybe to do with your product and everything to do with the self-sacrifice that they feel good about making. So we would have never known this if we didn't explore the family dynamics in our work. So spend some time to uncover the impacts of age and occupation and lifestyle and the family composition and just general life stages that are influencing your customers' decisions. Because if you understand these factors, it's going to allow you to make better business decisions to tailor your marketing and your innovations around so you can better connect with your customers. So the next behavioral force I want to talk about is socioeconomic kaleidoscope, also known as economics. So I received my degrees in economics, so I knew I had to include this into this webinar or into this video. So let's face it, our access to money shapes our views on almost everything in our life. So it's really critical that your market research studies actually delve into the topic of income and wealth and employment and investments and actually budgets. So take the time to really learn how different economic factors influences your customers' feelings and their views, especially with the stress of money and what money does to people's lives. So money just doesn't only influence kind of value perceptions for your brand. Money and economics actually influence your customers' self-esteem, their confidence, levels of impulsivity, and virtually every preference that they have in their lives. So this is definitely a very big force for you to explore and to develop consumer empathy around. So the third factor is the one that I personally specialize in, behavioral psychology. Understanding the psychological factors that influence consumer behavior is crucial in today's world. So dive into the world of goals and motivations and regulatory approach and mental models and cognitive heuristics to truly understand what's shaping your consumer's decision-making process. So psychology influences our wants, our needs, our desires, our attitudes, our beliefs, and our preferences. I mean, literally all judgments and evaluations of your brand will come from one of these 6 factors. So it is something that you're going to really want to understand in depth when conducting your consumer research, especially your ethnographies. Now, the fourth factor is something that was popularized years ago by the behavioral scientist Mark Earls, the power of social forces. So social forces cannot be overlooked. With a thorough understanding of how others' relationships between, individuals and how much they influence your consumers' behavior, you can really tap into, the influence that family and friends and reference groups and even social status has on the overall preferences of anything that your consumers buy. So take time to observe how, others are influencing your customers' viewpoints and their level of risk. And you're going to be surprised at how much these subconscious influences that others have on your customers' purchases and the way they think about your brand. And the last but not least factor is culture. So culture plays a compelling role in shaping consumer behavior. With a deep understanding of these shared values or belief systems or consumer norms, you can navigate the influence of religion and family and structure and social classes have on your customers' lives and ultimately their purchasing decisions. So this could actually be the most underutilized behavioral force in marketing research. We should all be thinking about culture a lot more than we really do. So in conclusion, that's it. We have just 5 behavioral forces that shape all consumer behavior. We have personal, economic, psychological, social, and cultural. So armed with an understanding of these forces and their influence on your decision-making or consumers' decision-making, you're going to have all the tools you need to build deep consumer empathy and the organizational intuition to make better decisions on behalf of your customers. So go forth, be innovative, and let consumer behavioral insights guide you to finding new, smart, actionable insights that will increase your organizational impact.